Mr. Toastmaster, fellow Toastmasters, and our very fine guest. Thanks for coming. I knew early in my career that I wasn't going to need speaking capabilities because I was going to be an engineer. Kind of like Danny, I had kind of a fear of public speaking. And if you ever listen to David Letterman, you know that he always likes to talk about the top 10 list. Today, the fear of public speaking is number 2. The fear of dying is number 6. He always gets a laugh. He says, I guess most people would like to go to a funeral and rather be in the coffin than doing the eulogy. I can't believe that. We've been speaking all our lives. The first things we say when we come out of the womb is, wah, wah, wah. We're encouraged to speak. This is a wheel. This is a loaf of bread. This is a cup of water. And we encourage them to speak until about the age of 4 or 5 when they are really speaking. Would you shut up? I can't get any work done. Would you please be quiet? That evades us until about the 10th or 11th grade, sometimes in college, when we have to speak, but we find excuses not to speak because we're afraid to speak. I graduated in 1971 with a degree in aerospace engineering from the University of Texas at Arlington. Life threw me a curveball. I graduated last in my class. I then went to work for a company that hired some of those same people that I couldn't compete with in college. Now, how was I supposed to do anything? I wasn't getting promoted. I came home to my wife and I said, Janice, I have leveled out. I'm not getting any more promotions. And she said, you haven't achieved near the success that I want for myself. She said, do something about it. Well, I looked around and I said, I don't know what I can do. But they chartered a new Toastmasters club in my office. I didn't know what Toastmasters was. But over the first few years of being in Toastmasters, I learned those skills that I think everybody here learns in every meeting we have. We learn to communicate. We learn to lead. We learn to organize. We learn to be creative. We learn to manage time. We learn confidence. I didn't know it at the time, but these skills had a name to them. Higher institutions of management call these skills soft skills. Purdue University will put on its website, although we teach, or we're paid to teach, math and science and English and history, that will only open the door. Soft skills will allow you to get promoted and be successful. Within 3 years, I got a promotion. My wife was really excited about that. Within 5 more, I got another promotion. And within 5 more years, I got a 3rd promotion. By this time, I had outperformed those engineers that I went to school with and tried to compete with. I was making an average of $20,000 a year more than my competition when I retired after 34 years. I will see 70% of that for the rest of my life in retirement. I get an extra $14,000 for as long as I live. And I'm pretty healthy. Play golf. My point is, My numbers that I have put to my experience with Toastmasters exceed $1 million in additional earnings and salaries during my career. Soft skills, communications. We learn communications in every meeting we come to. Somebody gives a speech, somebody evaluates them. We get extemporaneous questions where they have to answer a table topic question. Leadership. We have 7, let me make sure I got this right, 7 officer positions in our club. From just making sure the room is straight to leading the entire organization. We have leadership in areas, divisions, districts, regions, international. Toastmasters is in about 80, well, it has 80 districts in about 30 different countries. There's roughly 240,000 young men and women nationwide in Toastmasters. Leadership. Organization. Did you ever try to organize your thoughts? Well, if you write enough speeches, you're going to get pretty organized. Your brain cells are going to align. It's going to permeate everything up here, and you will actually create, and I can't tell you all the parts it creates, but it creates a little wirely little things in your brain that allows you to be smarter. Organization. Creativity. Now don't tell me you don't know what creativity is. Let me ask you a table topic. John, you get pretty creative with your table topics. I think everybody in here gets pretty creative with their table topics. It forces you to. You have to think on your feet. How am I going to answer that question? What can I say? I've only got a minute to talk about it. What can I talk about? Let me see. I got to think of this. And your brain starts working. Creativity. Time management. We time everything in Toastmasters. We time speeches. We time the meeting. We time table topics. We time evaluators. Everything gets timed. But pretty soon you've built a clock in your brain. And you can speak for a particular period of time and come pretty close to knowing how long you need to speak. Time management. We have a series of goals in our club. It's the Distinguished Club Program. We cannot accomplish the DCP, which is what it's an acronym for. We can't accomplish that without everybody working as a team. Some of us give speeches. Kate, number 10, we get a goal. She will give us another goal tonight. Membership. People who join. We get credit for membership. We have a VP of membership that's responsible for that. Teamwork. But I think the biggest thing that we learn in Toastmasters is a positive attitude. Self-confidence. If you can give a speech to 5, you can give a speech to 25. If you can give a speech to 25, you can give a speech to 250, to 1,000, to 10,000. It's confidence. That's all it takes. Today, I have my dream job. I'm the national distributor for my son-in-law's software program. But I got to tell you one more story before I finish my speech. The Bible talks about the 10 virgins. And each was asked to go out and get a lantern and some oil, and to be prepared when the master came. Some did, some didn't. I contend you cannot take care of a situation unless you have the skills already. It's like having your lantern with oil in it. Toastmasters teaches you the skills that you need to be successful. I'm going to be testifying to Congress in 3 months. And if Congress buys my software, I will become a multimillionaire overnight. That's the benefit of Toastmasters. Mr. Toastmaster, where'd you go?